Dan Wallace, longtime resident, multiple property owner, and shouldn't make a difference, but actually real active in the local church too. I had the opportunity to read something written by Christy Kelly of Sozo. She couldn't be here, but her beliefs about this pretty much parallel mine, so I just going to go forth and read it. I respectfully request your yes vote on the zoning ordinance. The Planning Commission discussed the feasibility of the 2,500-foot buffer language that passed at the ballot over the past couple of months. We learned that the 2,500 number was proposed as a compromise, kind of arbitrarily. More importantly, we later learned that there were no conforming parcels, and consequently, some of you even said 2,500 feet should be an illegal ordinance. The Michigan Regulation and Taxation of Marijuana Act, known as MRTA, was passed as a constitutional ballot measure, so adult use laws are protected now by the Michigan Constitution. It states a municipality may adopt other ordinances that are not unreasonably unpractical and do not conflict with this act or any rule. Further, a municipality may not impose qualifications for licensure that conflict with MRTA. If there aren't any adequate qualifying locations for the number and type of licenses proposed, and we already know that there are basically no locations, I argue that the ordinance is unreasonably unpractical. Therefore, in order for this elected body to honor the will of Taylor voters, who have repeatedly supported legal marijuana access in the city by large margins, you would have to clarify how to make the zoning criteria work, as this proposal that you have now does. This council has also debated whether or not it is appropriate to make any changes to a ballot measure that was voted on by the people. In my experience, it's entirely proper and appropriate for an elected body to do what is necessary to make the spirit of the ballot initiative make practical sense. Oftentimes, regular citizens who cast their ballot don't have a way to know legality, cost, planning, zoning, or other consequences as people in your position do. When something passes at the ballot and it doesn't work, it doesn't mean to give up on it. It's the responsibility of the legislative body, this council, to figure out how to make it work. Some of you said you couldn't support the last ordinance because the 2,500-foot language wasn't even in it. It's there now. We have good news. The 2,500 is there. The new version, based upon recommendations from the Planning Commission, which hopefully they have some say in this city, or why do we have them, made this ordinance do exactly what we wanted it to do. I ask you to please vote yes on this first reading of the proposed ordinance. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Is there further discussion from the audience? If we've got multiple people that want to speak, it'll probably make it easier if we can pick one side and start a line. I will recognize the lady here, and then if everybody else can then start lining up over on this side.
Hello, I'm a lifelong city resident, and I just don't think there should be marijuana dispensaries anywhere near schools. I wouldn't be comfortable with that. They shouldn't be in residential neighborhoods.
Just real quick, if I could get your name for the record.
Laura Speltell.
Okay.
And, just you walk around through the neighborhoods, you smell pot everywhere. It doesn't seem like there's a problem of people getting pot, so I just don't think we need dispensaries in neighborhoods next to schools and churches.
In the proposed, what we have before us, they would not be allowed within 2,500 feet of a school, which is roughly half mile. This is the school, library, park, place of worship.
Yeah,
So it is not allowed in residential.
Okay, and I think if we're changing what the voters voted on in November, it should go back to the voters again. We're not deciding we can change it.
They're not.
What the voters
overwhelming, so I understand what she's coming and saying. I didn't say anything, I didn't want to, I get along with my neighbor, but the guy behind me, he cut his down. I think he was so mad because he wanted to know where it was coming from. And I ended up dismantling a couple of things because I didn't want him to know it was me. And the vote did say, a yes vote would support allowing certain recreational marijuana establishments in the city of Taylor only in an industrial district and within a minimum of 2,500 feet from each facility, churches, schools, libraries, and residential area. So I was here at the last meeting, and you didn't, the criteria could not be met. And so now apparently it is somehow. I just want to say, I don't know how that happened, but so it's changed. I think it should go back to the voters, put this criteria, this new that you have.
One at a time, I'll allow everybody to speak, but
Am I
please,
taking too long? Am I time up?
your time is not.
Okay, so 56% isn't really an overwhelming amount. I could have possibly, I might have
One
even said
moment,
yes to
please.
this.
One moment, please, I will stop. I'm going to allow everybody to speak, but I think we've done a very good job thus far. The council deliberation, the audience realize we've been going at this about an hour and a half in a meeting. But let's keep our calm, cool. Maybe some of you go out and smoke a joint and chill out. All right, let's please allow this lady to.
I'm Michigan Avenue, and the green does represent, and that's something that people have explained what that is, the jail card to the parents. My son's grown and he's gone, but, it'd be hard. I would be devastated if something got put by me and him and my child. And, this is a rural area here. The pictures on the internet at Michigan Finest show very nice pictures, but actually when you go there, in my opinion, that looks kind of like a militia guard shack, but it's not so nice when we actually go to these cases. So if it could go on the ballot again with more specifics, and 50% isn't a super majority that voted yes. Okay, thank you for your time and for taking it into consideration.
Thank you very much. Sir?
Mr. Chairman, Council, my name is Kent Burke, 23033 Kensington, Taylor, Michigan. So I just wanted to say a couple of things here. In the first place, 2 weeks ago, I believe that we said, we asked the corporate council that would there be any pushback on the city as far as lawsuits or anything like that if we just did nothing with this, and I believe the answer was that there would be no pushback. And then I would just like to say this, that from the northeast corner of Taylor, one can travel 3.3 miles and be able to buy marijuana. From the southeast side of Taylor, one can travel 6.3 miles and find a marijuana shop. From the northeast corner of Taylor, one can travel 2.8 miles and find a marijuana shop. From right here, where we are standing, one can travel 4.5 miles from the center of Taylor and buy all the marijuana they want. Several days a week, I travel 25 miles, sometimes 2 times, sometimes more than that. It takes me about 17 minutes each way. This really seems like no hardship whatsoever, and it is double, triple, or 4 times the distances that I am talking about for people to go to a marijuana shop and buy some marijuana. Also, I found several places that will deliver it to your front door. I'm not sure I'm understanding the absolute necessity of coming back at this over and over and over again. I just can't find the urgency of this. I would ask the question, why are we constantly coming back and bringing this up again and again? What is the driving force here to do this? And then another thing that I've just been noticing tonight and 2 weeks ago. I don't understand this connection, but the citizens voted on this, right? The citizens voted. And it was 2,500 feet. They did vote on 2,500 feet. And the council came up with the ordinance. So the council did it. The council presented it to the citizens. The citizens of the city of Taylor voted on it. If you would have changed it to 1,000 feet or 500 feet off of Telegraph or something like that, I don't think that 56% would have been 56%. So I think it might have been a lot different. So it might have been a lot less. And so another thing is that the citizens voted on it, the council put it out there. I don't understand, so the council is voted into office. Who appoints the planning commission? The mayor. So no citizens get to vote on the planning commission. Is that right?
Sir, through the chair, and I ask you to wrap up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.